Welcome back to ABC General Hospital channel. Today, we're diving into the latest twists, turns, and secrets unraveling in Port Charles. Stay with us as we explore the tangled lives of your favorite characters. Let's start with Tracy Quartermain, a woman who knows exactly how to command the room even if that room happens to be the interrogation suite at the PCPD. Following her arrest orchestrated by Drew, Tracy digs her heels in, employing her usual cocktail of defiance and manipulation. She's stonewalling Anna and anyone else brave enough to question her, refusing to divulge even the smallest detail about the whereabouts of Amelia and Wiley. Tracy's refusal to cooperate underscores her unyielding determination to hold all the cards, no matter the cost. But this isn't just about a grandmother protecting her turf, it's about family loyalty, legacy, and the lengths Tracy will go to assert her influence. Her actions have plunged the custody battle for Michael and Willow's children into full-blown chaos, leaving everyone around them scrambling for answers. Legal battles aside, the emotional stakes couldn't be higher. Will someone finally step in to mediate this mess? Or will Tracy's stubborn resolve push the family further into turmoil? Anna's growing frustration hints that a new strategy may be on the horizon, but how far will she go to break Tracy's silence? From the halls of the police department, we turn our attention to Sasha Gilmore, a woman standing at the precipice of truth and consequence. Sasha's pregnancy has been a whirlwind of emotions, joy, fear, and now, the pressure to come clean about a secret she's held onto for far too long. Maxie already knows Sasha is pregnant and has chosen to keep the baby, but the biggest revelation has yet to surface. The child is Michael's, conceived during a reckless, intoxicated night they both wish they could forget. For Sasha, the weight of this truth has been a quiet torment. Michael's recent injury has only magnified her guilt, making her feel like the secret is a betrayal she can no longer carry. But confessing to Maxie is a risk, one that could shatter friendships and ignite drama in an already fragile circle of relationships. Sasha's hesitance isn't just about the fallout, it's about the vulnerability of admitting she made a mistake and the uncertainty of how Michael himself would react if he found out. Is now the right time to unburden herself, or will she wait until the stakes are even higher? As Sasha wrestles with her conscience, Carly Corinthos finds herself navigating the complex web of emotions surrounding her son, Michael. The decision to send Michael to a burn clinic in Germany rather than Johns Hopkins was not an easy one, but it was made possible by Brennan's intervention. Brennan, who has been a steady presence in Carly's life recently, stepped up yet again, offering support at a time when Carly desperately needed it. This marks a turning point in their relationship. While their bond has largely been practical, Carly's gratitude toward Brennan seems to hint at something deeper. Could this be the beginning of a more personal connection? Or is Carly simply clinging to anyone who can help her navigate the challenges of Michael's recovery? With so much on her plate, Michael's health, her fractured relationships, and the chaos surrounding the family, Carly's focus is understandably divided. Yet Brennan's role in her life raises questions about whether unexpected friendships can blossom into something more meaningful. On the subject of transformations, Willow's journey stands out as one of the most compelling. Once someone who leveraged her children to manipulate Michael, she has made a dramatic shift in both attitude and approach. Including Carly and Sonny in conversations about Michael's care is a far cry from the divisive tactics she once employed. What has driven this change? Regret seems to be a significant factor. Regret not only for the choices she's made but for the impact those choices have had on her family. As Willow reflects on her past decisions, she is forced to confront the toll they've taken on her marriage to Michael. While she has prioritized their children, her actions have inadvertently widened the rift between them. Now, with Michael's health hanging in the balance, Willow appears determined to make amends. Her willingness to build bridges suggests that she's learning the value of unity, but it remains to be seen whether her efforts will be enough to heal the wounds of the past. Finally, we turn our attention to Ava Jerome, whose fierce love for her daughter, Avery, has always been her driving force. The explosion that rocked Sonny Corinthos' world serves as a stark reminder of the dangers that come with his lifestyle. Thankfully, Avery was safely with her sister, Donna, at Carly's home that night, but the incident has only fueled Ava's fears. For Ava, this isn't just about the explosion, it's about the broader risks of allowing her daughter to live in Sonny's orbit. Ava is convinced that Avery would be safer with her and isn't afraid to voice this belief. However, every interaction between Ava and Sonny seems to escalate into a battle of egos and accusations. Tuesday's clash is yet another example of how their inability to see eye to eye creates a toxic environment. Both parents want what's best for Avery, but their conflicting visions make cooperation nearly impossible. Will they ever find a way to prioritize their daughter's well-being over their personal grievances, or are they destined to remain locked in a perpetual cycle of conflict? The drama in Port Charles never ceases to amaze, and this week's storylines are no exception. From Tracy's relentless scheming to Sasha's moral dilemma, from Carly's evolving relationships to Willow's personal growth, and finally, Ava and Sonny's ongoing battle for Avery, the stakes have never been higher. What's next for these beloved characters? Tune in to find out, because in Port Charles, the story is far from over. Next, we're delving into a mystery that's been captivating Port Charles, a series of strange, tragic events unfolding within the hospital walls. Let's uncover the chilling truth behind these incidents and explore a theory that's bound to leave you questioning everything. The questionable savior of Port Charles. In recent years, Cyrus Renault has emerged not only as a polarizing figure but as one of the most enigmatic residents of Port Charles. After claiming he had found faith and turned over a new leaf, many believed Cyrus might be capable of redemption. His participation in volunteer programs at General Hospital was celebrated as a remarkable transformation. But could this seemingly altruistic act be masking something far darker? Volunteers are meant to ease the burden on hospital staff and bring comfort to patients. Cyrus, however, has been present in several inexplicable, life-threatening incidents at GH. From unexplained overdoses to ventilators shutting down at crucial moments, a sinister shadow seems to follow wherever Cyrus goes. This leaves us pondering, is he the kind-hearted man of faith he professes to be, or is he playing a dangerous game of life and death under the guise of compassion? A history of destruction, unveiling the past. Before diving into his present actions, it's essential to revisit Cyrus's tumultuous past. Long before his charitable pursuits, he was a notorious drug kingpin who ruled with fear and violence. His empire crumbled when law enforcement exposed his operations, leading to his incarceration. This wasn't just a loss of power for Cyrus, it was a personal vendetta. With vengeance on his mind, he orchestrated deadly retaliations against those he blamed for his downfall. His victims included high-ranking officials and law enforcement agents, cementing his reputation as a merciless antagonist. However, his eventual release from prison marked the beginning of a complex new chapter, one that seemed to oscillate between redemption and chaos. Cyrus's web of lies and manipulations. If we look deeper into his family connections, we see that Cyrus's tangled web extends far beyond his criminal exploits. As the half-brother of Laura Collins and Martin Gray, Cyrus's relationships have often been as contentious as his interactions with the law. These familial ties, while tenuous, have given him unique leverage in his schemes. For example, Cyrus manipulated these relationships to target Lulu Spencer Falconeri, Laura's daughter. When Lulu fell into a coma, Cyrus tried to intervene by suggesting she be moved to an out-of-state facility, a move that many believed was motivated not by concern, but by his desire to control the situation. Could his proximity to Laura and Martin be a calculated way to maintain power and influence under the radar? The Digitalis dilemma, a method to the madness? Among the most chilling mysteries surrounding Cyrus is the connection between him and the recent spate of deaths linked to Digitalis, a potent and potentially fatal drug. Patients like Sam McCall and Dex Heller have tragically succumbed to overdoses, while others like Michael Corinthos narrowly escaped the same fate. These incidents have prompted investigations into the possibility of foul play, and all signs point back to Cyrus. Digitalis, often used in controlled medical settings, requires precise handling. Its misuse suggests either gross negligence or deliberate harm. If Cyrus is indeed behind these deaths, what could his motive be? Is he trying to hasten patients suffering under a misguided sense of mercy, or is it all part of a larger scheme to exert control over the hospital? A dark messiah complex? One of the most compelling theories is that Cyrus's newfound faith is less about salvation and more about a dangerous messiah complex. Claiming to have seen the light, he portrays himself as a man of God. Yet his actions suggest he might view himself as a divine arbiter of life and death. This complex could explain his willingness to tamper with ventilators, manipulate medication, and push the limits of morality within the hospital. Perhaps in his mind, he is freeing patients from suffering, even though his methods are far from benevolent. A town divided, public perception of Cyrus. Port Charles residents remain divided over Cyrus's true nature. Some continue to believe in his redemption, citing his philanthropic efforts and his role in various community programs. Others, however, are far less forgiving, pointing to his violent past and the suspicious deaths that have coincided with his hospital volunteer work. This divide mirrors broader questions about whether true redemption is possible for individuals with such dark histories. Cyrus's story challenges us to consider the fine line between change and manipulation. The final question: hero, villain, or something in between? Ultimately, Cyrus Renault remains an enigma. Is he a man seeking to make amends for his past, or a wolf in sheep's clothing, using his role at GH as a cover for nefarious deeds? The trail of destruction he leaves behind suggests the latter, but the motivations remain unclear. Does he truly believe he is helping others, or is this all a ploy to satisfy his own twisted desires? Whatever the case, one thing is certain: the residents of Port Charles and the viewers at home won't rest until the truth comes to light. What do you think about Cyrus's transformation? Next, we're diving into one of the most debated and complicated love stories on GH, Drew and Willow. Are they destined for happiness, or is their romance another storm waiting to brew? Let's explore their journey and the many layers of their relationship. Could Willow be the mother Scout needs? One of the lesser-discussed dynamics in Drew and Willow's relationship is its potential impact on Drew's daughter, Scout. After all, Scout lost her mother, Sam McCall, at a young age. Though Drew has done his best to fill the gap, there's no denying that having a maternal figure in Scout's life could provide much-needed stability and warmth. Willow, who is a devoted mother herself, could be just the person to offer that. Her nurturing instincts are evident in the way she fiercely protects her own children, Wiley and Amelia. However, the challenge would lie in blending their families. Scout might need time to adjust to the idea of someone new stepping into a maternal role, but if handled with care, this relationship could grow into a beautiful bond. Willow's experience as a teacher and her ability to connect with children might be the key to making this dynamic thrive. The price of desperation: Willow's missteps. As a mother, Willow's choices often reflect her deep love for her children, but her actions don't always resonate with those around her. When Michael was hospitalized, Willow's protective instincts went into overdrive. Her decision to cut off Michael's family from Wiley and Amelia while she waited for their return home was a desperate move born out of fear and anxiety. While it's easy to criticize her for being overprotective, it's equally important to recognize the emotional turmoil she was facing. Having just survived cancer and nearly losing her life, Willow's perspective on what constitutes safe for her children has likely shifted. Her intense reaction may have been misguided, but it was also a testament to her unwavering commitment as a mother. It raises the question: can Willow find a balance between her protective instincts and the need to trust others? A new kind of love: Drew and Willow's healing journey. Drew and Willow's connection blossomed under unique circumstances. Both struggled with traumatic pasts, including childhoods marked by loss and uncertainty. Drew's challenges as a man who had to rediscover his identity after years of being Jason Morgan's twin were mirrored by Willow's difficult upbringing in a cult. These shared experiences created a foundation for their bond. Willow's battle with cancer brought Drew into her life in a profound way. He wasn't just a shoulder to lean on, he became her rescuer in a time of need. While this dynamic initially deepened their relationship, it also revealed a pattern in Willow's life, her tendency to fall for men who save her. If their relationship is to last, Willow needs to break this cycle. Therapy and self-reflection could help her build a sense of independence, creating a relationship with Drew that's based on equality rather than dependency. This transformation could be a turning point for both of them. Michael's secrets, the catalyst for change. Michael Corinthos, Willow's husband, played a significant role in the unraveling of their marriage. Despite growing up in a privileged home with loving parents, Michael struggled to be fully transparent with Willow. His decision to hide key information, including the truth about her mother's identity, created cracks in their relationship that widened over time. For Willow, trust is a cornerstone of love, and Michael's secrets eroded that foundation. It's no surprise that she began to question whether their marriage could survive such betrayal. While her actions in turning to Drew were controversial, they also signified a longing for honesty and stability, which she felt Michael could no longer provide. The draw of a troubled past. Part of what connects Drew and Willow is their shared sense of loss and longing. Both were denied the opportunity to grow up with their biological parents, leaving a void they've carried into adulthood. For Drew, this meant grappling with feelings of displacement and forging his own path. For Willow, it meant enduring years of manipulation and control in a cult, which shaped her need for security and love. These experiences may explain why they were drawn to each other. Their relationship represents a chance to heal old wounds and build something new, free from the pain of their pasts. But is shared trauma enough to sustain a romance, or do they need something more? The complexity of Willow's character. Willow Tate is a character defined by contradictions. On one hand, she's a fiercely devoted mother who will do anything for her children. On the other hand, her choices often lead to unintended consequences, leaving those around her hurt or confused. Her decision to cheat on Michael, while understandable in the context of her emotional struggles, was undeniably a betrayal. Yet, Willow's flaws make her human. Her upbringing in a cult deprived her of a normal childhood, leaving her with emotional scars that she's still learning to navigate. Understanding her actions requires empathy and an acknowledgement of the challenges she's faced. As she continues to grow, she has the potential to become not only a stronger individual but also a more reliable partner. The road ahead, can Drew and Willow make it work? The future of Drew and Willow's relationship hinges on whether they can confront their individual issues while building a partnership based on mutual respect. Willow must learn to stand on her own 2 feet and stop seeking salvation in others, while Drew needs to ensure that their connection isn't solely rooted in their shared pain. If they can achieve this, they might just create the family they've both longed for, a blended unit filled with love and understanding. For now, their story is one of growth, healing, and the pursuit of happiness against all odds. Drew and Willow's relationship is as complex as it is compelling. Whether they're destined for a happily ever after or a heartbreaking end, one thing is certain. Their journey will continue to captivate fans of General Hospital. What are your thoughts on this polarizing couple? Share your theories and let us know if you think Drew and Willow have what it takes to make their love last.